There we are. So I have here a very repo. We have the user account service. Well, I'm starting to build like services, right? So there's like the user account service that is different than like the repository. It uses the repository to go and get the user, and then also will use a repository to get like subscription status, all that jazz. Tests for it because I'm trying to do unit testing with it. Go ahead, close that. We don't need that right now. I did build out a bunch of the models that I think I need based on the entities that I have. So if y'all are new here, first time joining in, welcome. I am Jay. Normally on these live streams, I like to just build whatever project I'm currently working on. And today and lately that has been meant PocketBudget, which is like my zero-based budgeting app that I'm trying to build. The whole point of also building it is to at some point replace YNAB for me. You Need a Budget. You Need a Budget has been great. It has probably saved me as much, if not more money than what I have paid for it year over year, but they are increasing prices. I would like something a little bit cheaper. And if I can figure out how to roll my own, maybe other people will also want to come and spend money with me if it's cheaper and it works just the same. Or works at least for what they need it to, I guess. It'll take probably a while to get it to work just the same as YNAB. If I get to even that spot, sometimes I have a habit of dropping projects and getting distracted by another project. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah. And we'll also see if I actually just try out actual budget and that's actually all I need to do and it works fine, then great. But I want to try building my own. I want to try launching my own like backend and stuff for this, all that jazz. So that's what we're doing here. I'm currently only working on the backend. I got the itch today to want to start the front end side of things. I haven't, so don't worry. We're still in backend Swift side. We'll be in Swift side on the front end things. But I was like, ooh, I could do the front end and start like working with like Swift data and stuff there instead of the back end. And that would give me a chance to see what I actually needed on the back end. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to push through the back end first. Eventually we'll have to go to the front end. Maybe I'll get bored and want to switch that way and go back and forth a bit. But right now I just want to keep pushing ahead on the back end. So that's what we're doing. I am using... So that's what the project is. That's why I'm doing it. If I've kind of mentioned it, I'm using Swift. So Swift on the server, and then the front end will be a Swift iOS app, probably only to start with. Eventually, it'll populate its way out if things go according to plan. Mac app, web app, all that good stuff. But first, I have to finish the back end and the iOS app. I personally like to target the iOS apps first because that is what I am most familiar with. It is easy for me to not deal with taxes and stuff because I just let Apple like deal with the subscriptions. It's usually quicker for me to build because I'm an iOS developer by trade, hence why I'm also building a backend in Swift because that's what I use. So yes, so that's where we're at. That's what I'm doing. So tonight, as it says here, the plan is to create a Pocket repository, which I've started, and to also create a budget service. So these are going to kind of go hand in hand. So I'm following kind of a repository architecture, which is what communicates to and from the Postgres database on the back end. And then the service is going to be what combines all these repositories together. So we have like a budget service, which kind of just defines like budget metadata. And then we have these pockets, right, inside the budget. So think of them like categories. And those have its own repository and its own set of table. And there's a whole slew of tables that belong to a pocket because the pocket has to occur because you basically have a new category every single month with an allotted amount of money. So that's what's going to happen here. That's what we're going to take from there. So the budgeting service kind of joins the two, right? It's going to create the budget. And when you make a when you make a new budget, it's going to create some instances and such inside of it, of pockets and some special things that I need So we're going to kind of build those in tandem. At first, I was trying to tackle this as just going repository, 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 model, 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 you know, stuff like that. But I'm getting the itch of actually like connecting things. So it's time to do that. Feel free as I'm working. I like to talk out loud as I work. So feel free, chat with me, say hello, all that good stuff. If I didn't want to say hello or chat on stream or explain what I'm doing, I wouldn't stream. I would just kind of build the app on my own, which has happened before. All right, so let's hop into it. IDE I'm using is Cursor. I just don't want to use Xcode right now. It's not a drag. I'm just in it all day. So why not try something new to get to know what the actual like other IDEs are. Swift works pretty well in Cursor. VS Code, there's a nice little extension for it. So that's where we're at. All right, let's hop in. All right, so we have this Pocket definition model. So this is kind of like metadata for a Pocket. I'm trying to leave category for budgets. I'm trying to leave decent comments around just so I can know what they are, because it helps, because I will ultimately forget at some point what I'm doing. So for instance, for a Pocket budget, that makes sense. All right, so this is what I was talking about, like a Pocket instance model. So like I actually haven't put in a docs folder here, so let's do it. I like to have like a project folder inside my, I guess it could be docs. I like to have a folder like this inside, especially when I'm dealing with Cursor, because it helps me actually like keep track of, like I can reference it pretty easily. So let's make a entities.empty. Where'd it go? Tasks. Those are services. I am looking for entities. Copy, paste. And I think if I hit the preview button, we'll get some mermaid. We won't get mermaid docs. I thought VS Code had that, but I guess not. Let's install. Is this what I want? Will it preview it? Yes. Okay. Let's install the official mermaid chart. I think that's what I wanted. Cool. And then let's go to entities and preview it now. No. What am I doing wrong? I should probably read how to use it. Extension. You can see, okay, so go away for now. AI chat participant, I don't really care about that. I also don't care about that. How do I like preview it in my... Oh, do I need to... It looks like I have to have a specific file. Like this is a sequence diagram. And markdown files. So it should, maybe I didn't do this right. Oh, it's not in, ha ha ha. I need to actually put it inside quotes, because if not, no, I don't need to commit anything. I would like to just see it. Ah, not that y'all can see it though, but you can see a bunch of different things here now on the right. So basically this is the budget right here. Whoops. That literally did nothing to help. I bet that would have just fixed my issue without installing this. And now I don't wish I knew how to actually preview it correctly. Anyway, so we have the budget. It relates to like a budget period, which like every month in the budget. Then inside there, we have a Pocket instance, which is going to be the actual like budgeting part there. Oh, thanks Mono for dropping in. Lurking for a few, listening on the project definition. Sounds good. Awesome. Appreciate it. Yeah. I like to start off with the project definition just for new people who join. And I think it gets longer every time, so my bad, y'all. If that's what if y'all have heard it before. Yeah, so we have the Pocket definition, Pocket instance. We have a Pocket definition, which is like the metadata for the Pocket type, which is like a category for the Pocket. So think like fun money, and then there's things inside fun money, stuff like that. Anyway, lots of things here. I have it all spec'd out. We will go through all of this at some point. These are a app subscription, Pocket category models. I don't need this. Okay, for right now. So we do have this Pocket repository that kind of just starts. I mean, it's fine. This like repo here is starting. Oh, a banned word. Oh, scope creep is the, here we go. Scope creep is the most personal, I don't know why creep was banned. I don't know, but I got you. Scope creep is most of personal development, right? Oh, 100%. It sure is. But like, honestly, all of this isn't scope creep. This is just me trying to mimic like what I call the basic features of You Need a Budget. Which is the budgeting app that I currently use. I feel like everyone needs categories. Everyone has to have category, and everyone needs like categories for their categories, right? So you need to be able to group them correctly. And I needed that for like there's like the way that I'm handling credit cards, which is the way that You Need a Budget does. I really should probably start separating myself that somehow. It can be scope creep from now on. That's fair. But the way like they handle credit cards is a when you make it's like in its own separate category. So I figured I needed that. I don't know. We'll see. It is basically scope creep though. Because if I really wanted it, I'd just do one budget, a budget instance, no categories, like no types. It would just be a full list of budgets of pockets in there. But yeah. All right. So this comes with budget ID. It gets pockets. So should it get... Let's rename this. Get Pocket definition. Retrieves all Pocket definitions for a budget. We don't need Pocket instances. So this is what I don't like about Cursor, is it wants to do more than just the line when I hit the one line that I'm looking at, because I only want part of that line. I am sure there's a way for me to do this, but I don't know how to just say, only complete the line I'm on. Retrieve yeah, that's fine. Let's try this. Command tab? Nope. Command tab obviously does not work. Okay, so this is going to get a specific Pocket definition. So I basically want to put all the Pocket things. So whether that's Pocket type, Pocket definition, Pocket model, Pocket instance. I want all of that kind of in here. A Pocket instance only belongs to what? Where'd it go? So a Pocket definition belongs to a budget ID. It belongs to a period ID for a Pocket, to a Pocket instance. Okay. So a Pocket instance, this is going to be like what is tied to a very specific budget period. So think of it like rent for this month. So we need the know we need the budget period ID. And then we know get Pocket instance for budget for a Pocket definition and budget period. So get Pocket instance for a budget ID of a Pocket def ID. That makes sense to me, right? So for a specific budget period of a specific Pocket definition ID. Yeah, cool. All right, so that's great. These are some gets, but let's create a mark. Whoops, I can't spell. Let's put here. Because again, it's just going to be one giant repository, so I kind of want to, like, separate it. You've always wanted to turn your personal finance special spreadsheet into an app, but never got around to it because the sheet works. Yeah, I get that. That's YNAB 4, is it? So YNAB Classic was basically a fancy spreadsheet from what I understood. YNAB 4. I've never used it, but it seems pretty cool. It seemed pretty cool, like getting the fancy spreadsheet in, something like this. And that's basically what they took of their spreadsheet and made it into an app. And then the one that they have now is like the new YNAB, which is just YNAB. You need a budget, and I mean, essentially budgeting is just a fancy spreadsheet, right? It just is. Their new one is just more geared towards like syncing and stuff from the get-go. Yours is more of a net worth tracker over time, broken down by each asset group. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so being able to see like tracking over time, like that is super neat and something that like is really useful once like I've had many of years in what and you need a budget like in there, so I can see like over time. I usually start fresh with a new budget, so I don't really track my net worth. I probably should, but I don't. But like I usually start a new budget, like fresh start with every job switch. So I usually, the first one was like 5 years, the next one was a year or two, and now I'm currently at like, I don't know if I did it when I made a new job switch the last time from like my previous job to this job, but usually that's whenever I do, so I can adjust like, so I can just make adjustments and then like kind of stop. But it's kind of cool to see like over time, be able to open the old budget and see exactly like where things stood and see how I've increased or decreased. But yeah. All right, so we have, oops. Here the Pocket, let's create budget, create a new Pocket definition. Oh, I don't think I like the, sure. No. I don't like updating it that way. Let's delete a Pocket definition, that's fine. Alright, so we need to update a Pocket definitions name. Update a Pocket definitions description. We will never update a default value. What all is in a Pocket definition again? The only budget you do is track your credit card bill value each month, and if it's large, it needs a comment on why it's higher than usual, and I pay for everything on the credit card, so it's easier. Yeah, I get it. I understand that. We're still, we gotta be a little bit smart about the money just to see where it goes. We don't want to, so that we can keep like savings and stuff. But yeah, the thing that sells YNAB for me, you need budget for me, is actually how it handles credit cards. So basically, hold on, let me see if I can open it real quick. I'm not going to open my own. I just want to see the like interface. Yeah, that's fine. So this is just the website. But basically what it does is you have all the accounts here, and like if you notice there's like a Visa card here. When you make a payment on the Visa card, when you make a transaction on the Visa card, it deducts it from the like category, or like the line item, basically the category here, and then it automatically puts it in the payment budget, in the payment. So it shows me exactly how much I can pay on which card, which like I try to maximize credit card points as much as possible. So because I'm usually spreading out credit cards, it's actually really useful. So I can just be like, oh, this much goes towards the Apple card because I get like 2 or 3% back. This one goes towards the Chase, so for like most dining outs. This one goes towards the Build for rent. And this much goes towards, I don't know, whatever else because of whatever else. So I can maximize like travel points, and it helps pay for like rental cars and stuff when we go travel and whatnot. And they do have the ability to do like 401k and IRA tracking. I also have my like car payments and stuff in there, so it's kind of cool. Like I can see how long it would take to like pay off the car if I wanted to do like a big chunk payment, stuff like that. But yeah, so that's like the part that like really sold me on what you need a budget, because I was doing a lot of like travel for work, so I was doing a lot of expenses also at the same time. So being able to know like, oh, this money, yes, I spent it on the credit card, but I know I'm going to get it back, was actually really easy, really nice. And I didn't handle it quite the you need a budget way for that, but it was really cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Believe me, I wouldn't be trying to build this again if I didn't quite enjoy it enough. And if I just find their like price, I know it's only 30 cents a day paid annually, but like it hurts the pocketbook like immediately. So we're trying to see if I can do that, if I can beat that. There is a reason they charge what they do, so I probably can't like realistically, but I can probably get close. All right. Type currency will, does a current, why is there a currency on a Pocket? Oh, I think this was, I technically have these options. Yeah, it's $110 a year. Which, like I said, I've honestly, it's probably honestly saved money for me and kept me in the like proper like payments. But like whenever I first started using it, I think it was like 70 a year, maybe a little bit less. And then it's gone up. So it's gotten to, so yeah, it's gone up. I mean, it's only gained like $40, whatever it is, from 70 to 110 in the last like 8 or 9 years. And it's probably saved me. It probably saves me that much a year. But if I can build my own, why not? Why not try? This has been my like way of life for some reason. If I can build my own, why not try? And if it doesn't take too long, then well, here we go. All right, so this is currency. I don't think we'll ever update a currency. I'm gonna say currency is stuck, especially because V1, no one's gonna be updating currency. We're just gonna deal in iOS and US for right now. You still keep flip-flopping on your pricing strategy. You want to be cheap, but you want to make money. Oh, this is such a challenge. Also, though, I have that with iHog. I had that with iHog as my challenge. I used to work at the company that made the manufactured the like consoles that iHog communicates with. So iHog's like my lighting remote app. I'm not really working. I'm kind of commenting on this. So let's. So like iHog is my app that I make that's like a lighting controller. It connects to like a third party like console. You can turn on light stuff wirelessly, right? So I do that. And because I was working there, I felt bad charging. So I only charged like $5 a year because it wasn't to bring me money. It was just for me to make an app, pay for the developer license, stuff like that. So it's like $5 a year, costs nothing. If you're getting value out of it, that's almost nothing. Also, these are people who are probably making, I don't know, a good chunk of money per show. So like $5 is nothing. It's 1 cup of coffee, right? This year I finally raised my prices to be like $10.99 or $9.99 a year, and I think it went to like $1.99 a month for I finally raised my prices to that. Like I basically just doubled the price on both month and year, and my like I'm still like the exact same, like at like increasing like revenue. So I don't know if I've just like, I know I'm the exact same at increasing revenue because I let original subscribers just stay at $5. So I'm not acquiring as many users as I probably should be. And instead of trying to acquire more users, because I'm kind of just in maintenance mode on it and like wanting to put in new features when I want them, I don't really care about getting new users. I just care about like the type of features it lets me build. I'm like, all right, well, at least it's still paying for itself. It's still paying for the app development. This kind of app though, I want to put out and actually like get it to make money. So we'll see. My goal is, of course, it all depends on like how much this costs, right? What was I gonna say? My monthly I have a target for my monthly, like what I want to charge, because I don't start a project without thinking monetization. Yeah, I also agree. $11 a year really is nothing. Like you can throw it out and like to me it's nothing, but I know that for some people it's something. And again, if like it's paying for itself, I have a hard time like wanting to pay for more, get more, but I also still want it to make more money. It's a hard back and forth. I don't think I updated enough to justify more than $11 right now. Where'd it go? I thought I had the money in here. Maybe I don't. Is it feature? No, I guess I don't have it in here. I thought I did. Anyway, I think I was going to try to go for like a $20 a month, $20 a year type pricing, and then figure out monthly from there. See if that gets me. I think that's still a little too cheap for like the infrastructure I need, like to be able to pay for itself, like to host somewhere. But that's probably where I'm thinking at to start with, and then see the temperature gauge there. Start at $20 a year, go up, go down, see how it goes. Again, start cheap and then see if I need to raise from there or drop from there. For me, I'd like to start cheaper, let people who subscribe early stay on that lower tier, and then get newer customers like higher and higher. But yeah. The fun, stupid thing you've done in pricing is you wanted to use whole numbers, and yearly gives 2 months free, so $6 a month or $5 a year is both $60 a year for the cheapest plan. Wait. Oh yeah, I did something similar for iHog. Like except I didn't do like whole numbers, right? So that's like $5 a month billed annually. I get it. Yeah. I did something similar for iHog where I did a stupid like it costs so much more. You get like a stupid discount for a year just because I wanted like people to just subscribe for the year and not worry about the monthly thing. I feel like this was probably me playing like a psychology game with them of like, people probably forget what they've signed up for the year, and it's probably just going to roll over because it's cheap for the year, right? But yeah, $60 a year, $5. I mean, I think that's smart. Get the whole 2 months free. Like that's actually a decent discount for paying for something for a year. Oh, the Aura ring ended up with like a 10% like discount. Like if I paid yearly versus not yearly, and I'm like, oh, that's silly. Like I'm not even getting like a year, like a month or so free, I think. Like that's crazy talk. So I like the 2 months free. Just give me $10 now. Basically, like just give me $10 now. I have like for the iHog, I have no infrastructure cost. Like it's basically just giving me 2 cups of coffee at that point, like for your entire year, which I think is fine for like how much I update that one. All right, so the currency I won't be updating. This is system defined, so this is actually a constant. It never is like changing. this could change the order. And then a status, there is no status. 10% off for yearly is me saying I'll pay monthly so I can cancel. Yeah, I just re-upped the yearly, and that's exactly what I'm thinking I'm gonna do next time. Is I need to actually go cancel the yearly so that it can just switch to monthly afterwards. Okay, so that looks good to me, like the updates, right? I like to have everything single option as an update, because it's always going to be a single option to update, right? You're never going to update the name and description. I'm never going to update the name and the description at the same time. I will if I get close to it, I will probably update I'll probably just throw it in the service and let it do the 2 separate calls. And if I'm doing that often, maybe I'll throw in a new function in the repository. I should probably build these out, I'm guessing, at some point. So this gets the Pocket definitions, gets a .pocket definition by a definition ID, Pocket instances. They are the information, like name and description, are pulled from the Pocket definition. So all of this is going to come together in like what I was calling the service, right? When I create like a budget service, we'll create so when you create a budget, it's going to create like new a whole slew of Pocket types, a whole slew of Pocket definitions that are just default, and then budget instances and Pocket instances as well, or Pocket instances and budget, period. Okay, let's do the Pocket type. So the Pocket are the definitions for the pockets, are the metadata for a pocket, which is a category. Oops, mark. Short stop. So I really like this font, right? The font I'm using, it's called like Maple Mono. But what I really like about the font is these like ligatures it has to do like info here, or like to do. It's also fun. Does it do warning? Yeah. Does it do anything else? No. I think there's one more that it does. I don't remember what it does. Error. I really like these, but unfortunately they don't work with like the marking and the to-dos and stuff like that, which are, I guess, actually only works for Xcode. So if I'm not opening an Xcode, does it really matter? It works for Mark. Oh, well, we're gonna just use these. Whoops, I didn't realize it would work for Mark. And that makes it just easier to see what I'm doing. Oh, did I not have a Pocket type? Oh, I have a Pocket type, but do I not have a Pocket type model? Oh no, this is a Pocket. We need to not call it a Pocket type. Where are my entities again? Sorry, I'm looking at Notion right now. Because we have a Pocket type. We don't need a Pocket type enum. Let's see if this can come up with something. It needs to be renamed as one of my tables is pocket type, and that is a category for pockets and is used to group pockets together. Can you help rename the enum? Yeah, pocket kind works. Okay. This is like the first time like naming has worked. Using this has like caused me to rename, which is great. Okay, great. I like it. Let's do it. Where'd it go? Let's go back to the repository. Okay, comment that out for right now. Just to get rid of errors. Go away, chat, because you take up too much space on the screen. Pocket definition. Oh, I guess the pocket definition, does it not have a kind? It should. Type. So name, description is default. Why did it? Anyway. Is default. Is system. Is default should not exist here. Type is pocket kind. Yeah. All right. And the type will never change, to be honest. Like, it's only either going to be a regular credit card or amount to assign. I can add kinds, but like it will never change. Okay, so we have the pocket kind. I probably should change this to kind. And inside the pocket definition, pocket type def model, can we please go to it? Let's change this to kind raw. Kind. Great. And then let me update my documents real quick. Hardest part is keeping everything. Once I start doing things outside of Notion and inside here, like inside a separate thing, it's hard to keep that all in track. Okay. Oh, hold on. I noticed something weird also. Amount to assign. Great. All right, so that's in. That's done. Let's go make some of these happen in a memory repository. Oh, I still haven't done the pocket types. Why? Oh, because I called it a pocket category. Let's just call it a pocket type model. Now, I had already switched it from type to category. I get it. This is what happens when you don't touch your code for a while, and then you're looking at like your documentation, but you didn't update your documentation. You just said, "Hey, I'm gonna." Where do you host your Swift backends? I've used AWS before, and but I've also had suggestions to use DigitalOcean. I've never hosted a database before. Like I said, I've used AWS though for like the Swift app itself, and it just communicated with some like other like DynamoDB and stuff like that. My plan is to use, what is it called? digital Ocean to host. I think. So they have a decent, their computers are pretty decent. Their like droplets and stuff are pretty decently priced. I might go to AWS just for ease of like, I have things I can look at. And then for database, I guess I could also use DigitalOcean, right? I don't think Heroku is that much cheaper. And I've also heard of Fly.io to be really good as well, pricing wise. And like, cause they're pay as you go or pay up front and save, whatever. Pricing wise, and they give you a decent like free tier, I think, to get started with. I was also looking into Neon for Postgres. I haven't heard too much about them. I found them whenever I was looking for like options. They looked fine. To go through. I was just looking at different things. The free, starting off free, looked great. I know I won't use 10 different projects. I'm guessing just for myself, like to start with, like 190, I mean, half a gigabyte of storage for just text, like, is gonna cost almost not, it should be fine. Like, whenever I get into the part where I want to start hosting and trying it. Figured I'd try it, see what happens. They have some big names to use. I've never, like I said, I've never used them, so I wanted to try. We'll see what happens. Like, I wouldn't use anything of their fancy stuff, but like, yeah, of like, I mean, no, I shouldn't say I wouldn't use any of their fancy stuff, but like, there's some direct like things that you can do. Where is it? Like, where you want to like pull into like SQL and stuff in there, like their Next.js, like, well, I guess not. I guess that's just normal SQL. I don't know. Anyway, this is what I'm thinking of doing. Heroku would also work, but you're still using Google Services Cloud Run for your Kotlin backend serverless containers that can scale to 0, similar to Fargate on AWS. And you don't think you've paid roughly $5 in the last 12 months. Ooh. That is that is also good to know. I've not used Google for Swift. I've done it for like a project I worked on at work used it for like one of their Java, for their Node server. Where is it? Hold on. This. And I mean, this was one of the first like things I worked on at work, like web wise. It's not the like cleanest, but it got the job done. Like all these like filterings and stuff. It was fun. It was cool. And this is the same company that does the Hog4 consoles that I do my iHog app for. But yeah, this used the Google Cloud. I don't know how much it was costing them. It costs them though. But that is good to know. I was also curious about using AWS and like on something that would like let it scale up, and that way I could and see how that runs. But I also don't want to like blow money if I don't have to, but I think I'm worrying about it too much. I might try that first. You keep the Cloud Run instance hot with a health check, so it's effectively running 24/7, but you only pay for request time and you get a lot for free. That's cool. Yeah, I might have to look into something like that though, and see if I can see if that works well. Like I said, I'm not too concerned there. First, I have to get to a point where I want to host this. Okay, how do I get this to go away? Sometimes cursor gets stuck and I don't know how to get rid of it. So I just quit and come back and it's fine. It had that little tab window there that was stuck. That's cool. That's good to, yeah, I need to look into like actual hosting and try to get it hosted. I was also tempted, like since this can run, like to try and get it hosted, but I didn't want to start paying for it yet. But if I could essentially pay for something for free for a while and see what happens, like that also wouldn't be bad, but like a test run of hosting, basically, of getting it hosted somewhere and making sure that I can do it. But I feel like I'm too not quite ready for that step yet. All right. We have the pocket type. We have the pocket kind. Definition model. Okay, where were we? Not there. Here. We want to create a pocket type. Pocket types exist on a budget level. Name. String is default. Is system. Order. Yeah. Async throws and returns a pocket type model. That's not useful. Order. Great. A pocket definition does not have. Okay, so yeah, it is. We do have systems. System defined that can also not be deleted. You run all your backends there, so it's nice that it's practically free, minus the database. A few of your apps have died with users, or they are still fully optional but zero cost. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's like. I think I could do something similar with AWS, to be honest. Like, from what I've understood, I just get scared of doing the AWS stuff because you hear the like horror stories that it just doesn't work well. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'm in an ad break. I'm gonna go I'm gonna use this time to actually go stand up, run around, all that stuff, and get some new water. So I will BRB. All right, I'm back. All right, back. We are. Oh, so it looks like a dog is joining. Do you need to come get his bed? I mean, you can't leave the door cracked, but. Okay, my bad. The dog has not decided what he's doing, but we gotta keep going. Alright, so we're gonna get the budget ID, name, description is default, is system, order. And through here, that makes sense to me. I still don't. Sounds like my wife decided the dog is not going to bed because he did not make up his decision. So that's where he's going. Alright, so that looks right for the pocket type. We can get pocket types, so this just gets all the pocket types. Oh, we need to get them all for a category. Get all, I mean for a budget. Hi, I see you. Hi, Thorgy. Thank you. I know, I'm sorry you don't have a bed, but that's because your bed is in the bedroom, waiting. Alright. That creates a new pocket type. A specific budget. I am guessing that there are also ways in SQL that I'm just not aware of because I haven't dealt with SQL to say, hey, I want the budget. So I've called the budget. Now get me all the things that are related to the budget, but maybe not. Maybe I have to build those things. I don't know. We'll see. I need to go and read about it more. Sure. That's probably what a service is for and what I have to do. Is system order within the pocket type. Yeah, so a pocket type and then a pocket definition lives within a pocket type. Okay. All right, so we have these creates. Let's go ahead and make something in memory. Pocket repository memory pocket memory repository. Let's import foundation. Do I want it to be an actor? Am I usually an actor? What are my memories? My memories are, yes. I mean, not memories, repository. Yeah, memory repository. Wow. Actor, great. We just don't conform. So the first, let's leave a comment. Great. All right, I know I don't exist yet. It's fine. Let's get all the functions here. Or I know I don't conform yet. So what? That's self dot pocket types dot filter. Is that right? Does the pocket model even have a budget? Yes, it does, right here. Cool. Let's just fatal error, not implemented. I just want to get the structure in, and then we'll go add it, and then I can quit the full screen thing, the dual screen thing. We probably don't want to just get for the budget ID. We probably want to get, but so this is where I wasn't thinking completely. Do I want to grab all the pocket definitions? This might be just be a whole nother function also. So like all the pocket definitions on a budget ID makes sense, right? I think. So I can just get everything at once if I wanted to. But I think that we're also going to want to get a retrieve a pocket definitions by a specific pocket type, right? Let's go to pocket type model. I have this ID, which is a UUID. Oh, let's just rename this. Cool. So that should be fine then. Hold on. Perfect. We good now? Oh no. Okay, so these are all protocols missing. Okay, great. So we're Gouda. We can keep going. Great. So that's gonna call. We added this here. Retrieve pocket definitions by a specific pocket type. Get pocket definition. Let's do func get of pocket type for budget ID of pocket type. Great. Self.pocket but definitions.filter, and I don't. Why is it unused? It should just return. Great. Oh, that doesn't make sense. I should just be able to hit. Stop. Oh, because I didn't close. Okay. I just didn't see that it wasn't closed. That's what happened. Get pocket definition. Great. I guess I can just do that. Yeah, we're returning a pocket definition there. Great. This one, I actually just want to do a fatal error for. We can do self dot not remove all. That should just work. I guess I should probably check if it contains the ID or not first. I mean, this is just for testing, so should I guess yeah, I should. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, what happened? Nothing happened. I am just losing my mind a little bit. Okay. Letting cursor do a little too much with the tabbing. All right, so this one's going to update with the name. Throw.name. Nope. Do I not have? Yeah. Oh, this is because they're all constant, so we'll do index pocket definitions. Then we can say dot name. Oh, this doesn't work because they're all constants. I guess I could change them to not all be constants, right? And then let's go to here. All right, so what did I say can change? The name? Pocket types can change. I need to actually add this as a function also. Pocket of. Cool. Currency is going to stay the same. We can change the order. Created at, and then updated at will change. I just don't want to have to recreate the whole model every single time in this. It's just me being a little lazy. The kind is going to always stay the same. Pocket type changes. Currency changes. Okay. Great. That makes sense to me. Did I not update the description? Oops. Oh, there is no description. Why is there not a description? Did I say there need to be a description? No, but I feel like there should be like a note. But does the note exist? Yeah, there should be. Anyway, we're just gonna make that call that there should be. Let's update different notes now. What do I want my source of truth to be? I feel like my source of truth for these documents should be here. I'm getting tired of updating everyone inside Notion, so we're gonna go ahead and delete Notion, that page, so I can stop updating it there. And then we'll update it here only. All right. How do I actually see? Not that. That's not what I was looking for. Oh, preview diagram. Where'd it go? Oh, it's only available for mermaid files. So, oh, so what if what is a mermaid file? How do I? Let's see if this tells me. .mmd. Okay, and then we can do, let's try again. Boom, and look, I can actually like zoom in and show y'all, well, kind of, where things go. That's all I was trying to do earlier. Okay, well, anyway, I know now that MMD work is what I need. Great. All right. And really, the source of truth is models, but like, I like to have this separate documentation. Anyway, that doesn't matter anymore. So update pocket definition description. We need to update the order. That looks fine. Sure, let's just say it's not implemented yet. I like to fatal error when things aren't implemented because then it's going to catch me no matter what when I call them. Okay, let's go ahead and do the create a pocket type now that I don't have to keep this open. Well, maybe. Why am I having such a hard time typing? I mean, I think this is right? We have an ID. I mean, it's not breaking, so that's cool. Okay, so this is the hardest part for me is I want to test these things. Do I even bother testing the memory repositories? I feel like I need to, yes. So like my only hesitation with testing the memory repositories is it worth it in the end? I guess if I'm using the memory repository for like testing that logic is actually working as expected, then I do need to have it. So like whenever assigning budget, stuff like that, because I'll be testing the services to like join everything. So I guess I do need repository tests for at least the memories. The only reason I'm hesitant is because I was thinking that I would want a database-based test as well, but I think this is right. I think it's still right to do the repository tests, but really, I don't think they're necessary. JK, we're gonna go with not necessary. Well, but that's not the init for the definition model. Like, why? This isn't... what is it? Okay, so we have the pocket type ID. Oh no, it is just pocket type. Why? No, we should be passing in a currency. Let's go fix the memory pocket, the pocket. Okay, because right now we're not matching. So when we create a pocket definition, we need in a pocket type to add the currency. Cool. Okay. Date, that looks right. We're already deleting. What else have I fataled errored? The pocket instance model. So we need to have a pocket instances. Cannot call, what's inside a pocket instance model? We have the ID, the budget period ID, and the pocket definition ID. That should all be right. I don't understand what it's complaining about. Cannot call a value on non-function type pocket. I don't... That's not it, though. I see. No, let's go back. I messed up the and so I just need to go rename Pocket Instance Model. We need it to be a budget period ID. It shouldn't be called budget period because it's not an actual like holding the budget period type. It's the budget period ID. Okay. I think I'm now supporting everything in the protocol. All right, let's work on making it a Pocket budget service. I think I have everything that I need inside the repository to make a budget, technically, to create pockets at least inside a budget. So instead of model, repository, services, new folder, let's just do budget. Okay, so I was doing a repository. I did a protocol on it. I think the protocol's a little much, to be honest. I guess we can do it. All right, so right now we're just gonna deal with create a budget. I don't really think I need a protocol for this, but we're gonna do it anyway. And it's gonna return a budget. Is that what I want it to actually take in though? Let's add in a currency type. I don't need equatable if I have hashable, but I do want it to be sendable. So this is the ISO 4217 currency code. I don't know what else I'll need inside of it, but we'll just keep the currency code there. And we'll make this be a currency type that's entered. That's fine, it just hasn't built. Name and description are fine as strings, to be honest. It's fine. Currency type, I just want to make sure that the string entered is an actual currency. Name can be whatever. Description can be a string. It could also be an empty string. Now, can a string be... Can it be nullable? Is there a reason to not have it nullable? I think it's fine to be nullable. Well, we'll keep it that. Sorry, I'm going back and forth on what I want these things to be. Because okay, so hold on. So we have the budget name. Currency type. Where are currencies stored though? On a Pocket definition, on an account, transaction. So yeah, we need a base currency, which I should probably keep on a budget. I'm thinking way too far into this of trying to be able to support multi-currency at some point, but I think the currency needs to also be on a budget model. That should cause a bunch of things to break. See, I don't like how I set up this budget memory. It should be as broken. This memory budget repository, it should be as broken up as like what I did for the Pocket memory. But alas, here we are. Well, I don't know. I go back and forth on things. Create a budget with new budget. That's actually all that's needed, because we're going to create a budget with the new budget. I already have this type, and it takes in the user ID, the budget name, the currency. Is there anything else that I need to create a new budget? I don't think so. Okay, so I need to take this budget from a model and take it into from the budget model, because I have this like response. Sorry, I need to take it from this response budget, which I don't even really like. We shouldn't even be really returning a response budget from the repository. I should have just figured out all the memory stuff first and then gone and done the repository, the Postgres stuff. How do I mark something as spam? I am trying. Ban. Boom. Banned. That's funny. I don't know where that is at Twitch, but I do know where it is in Ecamm. Alright, so we have the budget. So that's the new budget, response budget. I don't really care about right now. This is budget model. Model. Great. And where is this? Response budget from budget model. Sure. I don't even know if this is actually what I need in a response budget. I don't know why I'm being this way. It isn't going to return a budget model though. As a budget model does a lot more. As a budget model only deals with the stuff that is inside the database. A budget, what it needs to return is something custom, different, right? So like when you create a budget, it's going to return obviously the budget name, but I feel like it needs to also return the, like it can give you the skeleton already. So instead of response, let's create a new model called budget.swift. A collection of budget of pockets. And a list of budget periods. It does exposes the current budget periods. Good information though. So by current budget period, that means this month's budget period. So let's budget. We definitely want it to be codable. I'm doing Swift concurrency, so let's make it sendable at the same time. Let ID is a budget ID. We have the name. Currency type, current budget period, and No, I just, instead of doing a whole list of periods, am I thinking enough, though? I guess is the right question. So that's codable. So I gotta figure out what is not codable. Conforms to hashable, codable, and sendable. Is it period or budget period? Codable. Yeah, it is. Codable. Oh, because it has other. Okay. I actually don't even know if budget period is actually what I, if that raw budget period without, if that budget period without the model is actually what I want to return. It's great. I love having all these in my ideas in my head that I just don't know what to do with. One sec. Okay. But instead of periods, we'll do period IDs. Don't want to return all period information, but do want to return the IDs to fetch them later. I don't think this is quite right either. It's fine. What else should be inside a budget when we get it? So we have the currency, current period, pocket types. So pockets, we're gonna organize these by pocket type ID and pockets. Hey Tate, welcome in. Sorry if I just completely did not get your name right. Pocket def model. I don't think that's right either, what I want here. We'll do pocket IDs. So we have a pocket type ID of pocket IDs. No, let's stop correcting me. If you look in the description, there is a Discord to join. I make sure there's links there. If you can't find it there, then I don't think you need to be on my Discord. Yeah. But yeah, there is a Discord link in the description on the YouTube channel. There's also a description for Twitch chatters, YouTube, Discord. You can join the Discord if you're on Twitch by hitting ! Discord. For some reason, my bot does not work on YouTube. I don't know why. And I don't ever feel like troubleshooting it until I'm literally already streaming. Okay, so we have pockets to reference. I don't actually like this either. I don't know. I'm trying to balance like the information that's stored there versus like IDs that I just have to go fetch. But we'll just keep it at this right now. This looks right. Right? We should... This is what it should return for right now. Budget. Where's the service? Service. Let's return here. Budget. So instead of that, let new or var new budget. No, let new budget model equals try await. Yeah. All right, so we have this new budget model. And so we'll do new budget model dot so budget model needs to no, what is going on here? It should return a budget model. We're gonna slowly have to bring this back in and figure out like all this stuff. This is why I'm actually really tempted to delete all the Postgres repositories right now, because one, they're not really great. Two, I need to get all the logic in first before I can even say, yeah, the Postgres repository is exactly what I want. I've just worked so hard at doing all these different parses and stuff. What if I just comment them? And then we don't have to worry about them, but the code's still there, right? And then I can just work in the memories in here and fix them here, and then we'll go back and we'll fix it. Budget. That's fine for right now. So we'll just, yeah, this will be fine. Let's commit some stuff real quick. Lots of things commit. Add that first. Commit that. Then where are the Postgres comment? I mean, commit. Let's do, where'd the user Postgres go? Because I'm sure this is going to be... we won't worry about that right now. Chore, comment out, code to implement later once logic is more concrete. I shouldn't have worried about the databases at all to begin with, to be honest. Like, the working with the relational stuff and the memory repository should be easy enough for me. I have so many things in here. Okay, but we're good. So I mean, I care about what's gonna happen here, but I don't want to yet. All right, so then we need to create a current month. Because I like to be a good citizen, we need to actually also toss in the current date. What I mean by be a good citizen is I want this to be testable, so it's only going to be testable if I can pass in what the current date, what I'm pretending the current date to actually be is, which we're going to default to .now, and it's going to say, hey, this doesn't work, it doesn't conform. So let's go to the back here. Current date. So now we should be good, and it conforms, and we're happy. Yes, you are right. So let budget ID equals that. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Actually, I forgot. Off of budget model, I wanted to just create a extension. I mean, a computer property that just returns the right thing. So now I can do new budget.budget ID. And don't have to make a whole new like budget ID every single time, like constant. Okay, so what's wrong here? We just haven't used it yet. That's fine. We don't have to use it yet. Okay, so now we have a new budget period in this month. We need to add... So what are the stuff that I haven't actually defined anywhere, like what the default categories and kinds are. So we definitely need each budget must have a period, a type for a pocket type for the system. So let system pocket type. I don't have a pocket type repository. Wow. Here we'll do let pocket repository. Cool. And it's gonna say dot create pocket type for new budget model dot ID. Let's turn on wrapping. Word wrap column on. Word wrap column. Great. Is this better? Does this actually... Yeah, much better. Actually not quite. Let's see, there should be a word wrap. Diff editor. Oh, is there not an option to indent? Cool. All right, sorry. Not helpful at all, but now it keeps it from scrolling. I don't have to scroll anymore. So it might actually be a little bit nicer to read. System. So this is going to be waiting to assign. Let's do this. I don't have a good place for this. Hold on. They're leaving. They don't want me. All right. I want to define some things. Budget needs.md. This document describes what a brand new budget needs. So we need a currency. We need a pocket type for types. Waiting to assign. And then some default ones, right? So let's do, let's go. Why not? I have it. What are some good default budget categories to have? All right. Actually, as this is coming in, I need to go take the dog outside real quick. I'm coming up to an ad break. I think this will be the perfect time to do that. For the next, it's gonna start in 30 seconds. So like I said, ad break is going on. I need to go take care of the dogs. I will be right back. Probably one dog, and 5 or 10 minutes, and 5 to 10 minutes, just depends on how long he takes outside, all that good stuff. I'll be back. Y'all enjoy, talk to each other in chat. let's get back to it. All right, so we're gonna be waiting to assign. Oh, also, I was looking at my, I looked at my budget while I was out. I looked at my budget while I was out there, and I was on Reddit. Well, okay, I got on Reddit for a moment, and there was like a thread about YNAB, how they renamed budget to plan in like the app. And I just think that's really silly considering their whole brand is you need a budget. They have a whole post about like why it's not and why like it's okay, why they needed to rename like the budget, the individual budgets to like plans for some reason. I don't know. I don't get it. They have a whole marketing thing around being a budget, and they're like, oh, JK, we're no longer a budget anymore. We're a plan. And I'm like, but a plan doesn't make sense. Like, that's not what you are. A plan to me is like an activity you're gonna go do, not like a plan for your money. Anyway, to me, it just made sense to have budget, and then you had budgets in your app. But whatever. Anyway, I just thought I would bring that up because it's very topical here. Okay, yeah, let's do waiting to assign, housing, transportation, food, and we'll do savings. So these are just, I'm just trying to make like a quick like document. YNAB. You need a nap is how that reads to me. But yeah, YNAB instead of YNAB. You need a plan. Stupid. Anyway, I think it's stupid. Apparently their marketing team thinks it's stellar and that's what they're going with. And I just think it's silly. You know, these, yeah, this looks fine. I'll just keep it this way. I'm sure there's more. Yeah, marketing, right? Crazy. Yeah, this looks fine. Pocket types and pockets. So this is the amount to assign. We'll call rent/mortgage, electricity, water. What do people usually pay for utility? Like what other sections do we usually have for utilities? Housing, maintenance. Sure. Sorry, my utilities are all included in my rent, which is awesome. So I don't have like a separate bill. Hey, Nutter. Hello. But like electricity, water, trash, but like even in Austin when they weren't, electricity, water, and trash were all on one bill. So that was also all in one section. But yeah, that's good. Let's do parking. Fuel, maintenance. Whatever. People can delete these, right? These are just defaults. We can figure these out later. Emergency. Vacations. Great. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Nice to have some defaults. That way people can see what to do, stuff like that. Yeah, let's also add in food. Groceries, dining out, alcohol. We could do drinks. That's actually what my budget in this, like I have like a, what's the category? It's, so they're like mine's cut, like there's the just for fun budget, which is mine and my wife's just for fun category, which is like mine and my wife's allowances for each in there. Then we have drinks, which has a coffee cup and an alcoholic drink dining out and fun money. Yeah. Poison. I don't know if people would get it, but basically, yes, exactly. Poison. Cool. We'll just leave it like that. I think that's enough there to get defaults in. People can add them, adjust them how they need. So these are default types and pockets, all but waiting to assign, can be deleted and or rearranged, can be deleted, edited, or rearranged. Right? That sounds right. These will also help me build out website docs as well at the same time, like how to do things. All right, so now that we have this here, let's make, I have an extension, services, do. I don't like it right now, but we're gonna call it a utilities folder, new file, defaults.swift. So I'm just thinking, like, does it make sense to have them in pockets? I wonder if there's, instead of utilities, can I do something since, hold on, sorry, I'm trying to think through. And I need to finish saying what I'm thinking through. So like I know in budget service, create budget, we're gonna always create these same pockets, right? I wonder if on the pocket repository, I guess this is the quick way, right? I would put it in here, but I was thinking of like creating a quick way to go through like the default pocket types, like generate the pocket types, the default pocket types. I wonder if I should just have a separate function that handles that alone, and it goes through like the array of the pocket names with the pocket types, and it would just break down this create budget more instead of having it in here system, like waiting to assign type, pocket type, this pocket type, that pocket type. I don't see an issue with that. Instead of doing it on a service level though, I think I'm going to do pocket type model. So static, let, so I was gonna do default type names. Right, so these would be waiting to assign, well, the ones that I just put in here. Go away, chat. So I have waiting to assign, housing, transportation, savings, foods. Oh, entertainment was a good one. Hold on. We should also add entertainment. Movies, vacation. I don't know. That's fine. Yeah, just default properties. Okay, so I think we'll just do a static func here. Make default pocket types for a budget. Does this actually make sense though? No, I'll just do it. Whatever. I'm overthinking it. I'm wasting time. We'll just do it here. Of like, let's create the default pockets types. Let waiting to assign pocket type equals waiting to assign. Create pocket type. It's upset about something. What is it upset about? Why? But why? Why is it? What is going on? So it's an actor, so that should be fine. Where is the pocket type memory model? Is it not? Well, that's hashable, codable. Oh, but it's not sendable. We should always be sendable. That should probably fix my issue. Self-isolated issues. Try await. That's fine. Okay, what am I... happening here now? What do you mean it's trying to go to a non-isolated instance? What's in here that's not... Is budget ID not sendable? No, it is. We are back, Steven. Hello, hello. Welcome back. What's going on? The Pocket repository is not sendable. Needs to be sendable. Are my other repositories sendable? Probably. I mean, that's fine. That's an easy fix. I mean, if I had to guess, the other repositories are sendable. But let's just go make sure. Oh, yeah. Budget repository sendable. The issue was it was not sendable. I need to remember to always make things sendable because of the Swift 6 concurrency issues. Okay, so back into service. Pocket. We need to assign pocket type. Let to be assigned pocket equals try await pocket repository dot create pocket definition for new budget dot ID. Nope. Budget ID. Why is this? I hate this. Sometimes I just really hate cursor because it's like filling stuff in and it's not doing things right. New budget model. Oh, wait, let's create in dot This is partially my fault also because I'm making things a little bit more complicated than they should be. Which is fine. 2BS. I don't, what was I calling it? I called it something different. Amount to assign. I really need this to be something different because the name is going to be what's like presented, but that's fine for now. Currency, I guess USD, but no, that should come from a new budget model dot currency dot. Order 0. It doesn't really matter what order. Oh, you know what? Instead of doing this on a service basis, like if I were to make a separate service, I should actually make this on the protocol itself, because this is going to be the same thing for every single protocol. For any other service type that like conforms to this, it's going to be the exact same thing. So we'll do func create default pocket types for budget ID with a budget ID. And we want to return those pocket type models, right? So then instead of word wrap by column, just on. There we go. So it's always going to word wrap now, which is great. All right, so instead of doing all this in here, yeah, pocket type model. So that's going to be an array of pocket type model, but I also want to give off create default pocket types and pockets. What do I want to return back then, though? I guess I could return back a specific... This was the issue I was running into, right? Like earlier, pocket type. An array of pocket types. Do I have a pocket type? I don't think so. So this could be like a struct pocket type. And it's going to have the pocket type ID, right? But then it'll also have the name. So a lot of info from the actual pocket type. Sure. But then it holds the actual pocket information itself. Which I think I have something similar here in model to help. So then it'll hold the pocket definition, which I don't really like it holding the def model pocket. It'll just be pocket. Where'd the pocket model go here? Models, but should go away. Pocket Swift, struct, pocket, symbol. So a pocket is made up of what? A pocket ID. I don't have a pocket ID because like a pocket is made up of several things. So like your category that you're going to do, like your rent, right? So it would be pocket def ID, which I don't think is quite right, but that's fine. Let name, string, let description. That should be fine for right now. I'm trying not to overthink it there is going to be more that goes into this. So like if you think about like what do you have left to budget, what have you assigned, I mean like what have you assigned, stuff like that. I don't, oh yeah, that makes sense that this is now like complaining. I see. So I see why I can't just like not use a budget repository. Okay, well. Can I just comment it out for now? No, I can't. Yes, I can, I think. No. Okay, great. Hold on. I'm running into an issue where my project's not building because of this repository thing. And I was like, oh, I'll just comment these out before, and like it's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, oh, but why? I don't want to deal with this right now. So everything that is broken according to the budget repository type, we're gonna just like not worry about. Budget Postgres. This is the one that will not conform. Oh no, it returns a budget model. Okay, maybe it's fine. No, this is where it fails. See, it's trying to do a response budget. I don't need it to do a response budget here. Instead of, I'm just gonna fatal error and we'll deal with it later. Anything I can fatal error, that's what I'm gonna do for right now. It's fine. What am I missing? Return in, oh, return blank. That should give me enough. Great. What is not building still? Oh, this was never, that's fine. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my project building again. It's very exciting right now. Cannot find, waiting to, what can we not find? Oh, okay. Let's, oh, because that got messed up. I don't know why. Great. Are we building? No, we're still not, we still got errors. Oh, okay. That's, let's do something here. So instead of currency type, let's go into currency type. Extension, currency type, static let USD equals. What is the currency ISO 4217 codes? Can you just give me a list? I have found them. Oh, there's also a number code associated. Well, that's cool, but that's not what I care about. Where is the US dollar? I mean, I'm assuming it's USD, right? I just want to make sure. Yeah. So by default, at least for right now, let's just default to the USD, and eventually we will have more. All right, we are building. I'm just gonna commit this all. I know that this is all like a hot mess, but we're gonna commit it anyway and let this just figure out what to make the commits. Sure. These commits are just for me anyway, and my tests are already broken, so what does it matter? All right. Now we have these currency types. We'll figure it out later. To add more or to... I don't think I actually need to add more right now. All right, so what I was doing here was on the budget service type. We were defining a pocket, which is right here. Which, honestly, the ID with the pocket definition, def ID, name, description... I think that's all I need. Sounds right. Pockets. Okay. I'll need to move this into its own file, right? Models, pocket, new file. Pocket. That has that is not raw data from the database. This will be populated in services. Great. I guess that makes sense. I don't actually know if that makes sense to me, but we're gonna try it. All right, so we know we have these pocket types we need to go through. So equals pocket repository dot, no, not right. Let's, so we need to create a, so first off, we need to have a var pocket repository here. Everyone should also have a budget repository as well when you're conforming to this. So then we need to create a for not just a budget ID, right? Like, what do I need? What else do I need in here? Currency, that needs to come for is that right? Okay. So this is the pocket type model, so we then need to take this into, well, we need to get a to be assigned pocket. for the budget ID. Amount to assign, description. Yeah, this is fine, except it's waiting for a string. We shouldn't have it wait for a string, so in the create pocket definition, let's go to the pocket repository. Whoops. And this is going to be a currency type. And then inside the pocket repository memory, we're going to take the it's upset. Because when we create a pocket definition, it needs to be a currency type here. So when we're a currency type, and then we can just get the code right here. Because there always has to be a currency code for you to be a currency type. So this makes sense. Right off the back, I can already say a feature I'm not supporting right off the back is multi-currency, because I'm putting the infrastructure slightly there for this currency stuff, but I'm not doing anything else besides that. Great, so now let's create a pocket. So this is going to be the pocket ID. Why? I really wish it wouldn't do this. I need to figure out the keystrokes correctly. Okay, so then this should be here. Cool. I know, it's a lot of like jumping through hoops, but it is going to make this cleaner. What? So, it's why? Oh, okay. Let's go back to budget model. So we have this currency as a string. Let's do the var currency type to return the actual currency type. No, that should be it. Okay, great. It just hadn't built. Everything's fine. That is right. All right, cool. So now we have these default pocket types, which we still need to build the rest, but that is a great starting point here. Now we need to make a budget. So wait, hold on. We have the new budget period. Oh, these are going to be existing period IDs. So then this would just be period dot. Great. And then Command P, budget. Pocket types. We'll just return the array of pocket types. Since I have those. What is wrong? Something is not codable or something. Okay, pocket type is not codable or sendable, so let's make that happen. I bet its pocket is also not codable or sendable. There we go. That should fix that. Great. Sweet. Create budget should create most default pocket types. Let's get the rest in there now. I'm like, there has to be like an easier way to do this in my mind. Like, but I guess not, because I would still have to have the name and the description and then be able to fill this all out. Okay. Where are my needs? So let's create the default. Oops. Can I make these private? I guess that defeats the testability, right? If I make these private, well, I guess not, because they would be here. Go away. All right. So I know I want to return the pocket type. So first let housing. Let's be fun and add an emoji. So we have housing. It's fine. I'm gonna make this really generic here. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy these over soon. Like, I can't copy and paste these waiting to assign because I don't have them to assign. False. And what is the is default for again? True. Great. So it's not a system. So housing is not a system pocket type because the user can adjust it, right? It's just a default default type. So let's create categories now. So let pocket y dot regular let electricity whatever. One electricity, and again, let's be fun. Zap. There we go. Rent / mortgage. I am just trying to have fun here with these emojis because why not? Oh, apparently I have another ad break. Okay, wow. They start faster than I think they should. I'm just gonna keep going through these because also I need to stop probably soon so I can work tomorrow, I guess. All right. I need to turn on though this thing still. Just let me have it on. Great. Electricity, the cost of electricity. Nope. All right, so then this is the water monthly payment, sure. Internet, nope, I don't have. What maintenance, pocket. And then we need to do let trash pocket. Great. And now we need to add these to the pockets. I don't want those. Why did it make all those that I don't want? And then yes, rent, electricity. Why are we upset? Oh, because I don't, okay. Let pockets equal. We're gonna be a little fancy here because I am lazy. Let pocket defs equals that. Let pockets equal pocket defs dot map. From there, it should give me everything. Pockets. Oh, whoops. I don't need double arrays. I just need to put in pockets. Isn't that what I need? Cannot convert value of type pocket to array literal. There we go. Okay, it just hadn't built. Sweet. And then here we can do let housing equals that and add it there. Sweet. Isn't there something I can do that's like async let? Right? So like async let and then maybe not. That seems not awful, but I was like, oh, it'll try to get them all going at the same time, but that seems like a lot, and we don't need to do that. That seems too much work. All right, so that was that. Let's do a food. Create food. What emoji did it put there? Salad. Instead of for food expenses, great. This should be number. So this is 0. Wait, hold on. This is 0. This 1. Let's make this 2. Orders should always be unique, right? So let's rename this to grocer. Groceries pocket. Whoops. Groceries. Expected amount to spend on groceries each month. No, I want to rename it dining out. Rename symbol. Wow. Dining out. Great. It works down there. Takeout box. Oh, I'm adjusting the wrong one. Whoops. I was like, oh, that's great. Spend on dining out each month. Let's do drinks. Great. Oh, that should be it. So when we have groceries, dining out, drinks. Great. No, they should be used. Why do you say they're not used? It's literally used right here. Okay, great. Sometimes it likes to think that it's not used, and I don't understand why. No, I need this. Let food. I'm just getting bored of repetitively doing this, so I might just move. I still need to do it though. I'm like, I might just move on, but I still need to do it at the same time, so I guess I won't move on. I wonder. All right, let's try. Let's see if I can get AI to do this, because this seems like something it can do. All right, hey. Create transportation pocket type. It should work exactly like create housing pocket type, but the the create what am I highlighted this one. But the name is car transportation and has pocket defs for parking, the amount spent you expect to spend on parking each month, fuel, the amount you expect to spend on fuel for your vehicle each month, maintenance. Wow, why can't I spell? The amount you expect to spend on maintenance for your vehicle each month. Sure, let's try it. I mean, the worst that happens is it doesn't work. The best that happens is I don't have to write it again. Apply. Budget name. Budget ID, currency type. This looks right. And if it builds, I think it's right. Great. Let's do another one for create. Did it add it up here too? Oh, sweet. And it added it up here. I sometimes like repetitive stuff like this, the AI is great for create entertainment. What is it? Recreate entertainment. What do I call it? Pocket type. The pocket defs are movies. Let's give it less info and see what happens. The name of the pocket type is user input field validation. Would you do it in the UI layer or the view model layer or both? Ooh. It depends. I'd probably honestly do it in the view model layer, I think is what my gut is saying right now. I think is what my gut is saying. You generally have done view model, but for some reason moved it to the UI layer and now you're regretting it. It depends on how like crazy it is, right? So is it just like, hey, it needs to be like 10 characters long and that's it? Or is there like regex and all this like other stuff that needs to happen? And there's several different states. Once it gets large, like view model is the way to go. If it's easy to extract, I would move that out of the UI layer probably. Sweet. Apply. I saw a really cool article about using like property wrappers for like view model. I mean, for like UI. Really good article about using property wrappers for in SwiftUI at least for it, but I don't remember the article name or who wrote it, but it was neat. It was a cool read. Australian mobile number UI, I just checked if it's non-empty, but the backend validates it, so you can have it have an error response, which should also update the UI's particular text field. Yeah, that sounds like a bit of a pain having to go back and forth. Like you have like the local validation, but then you also have to check with the backend validation. So in that case, I would probably want to go to a view model, to be honest. All right, so this is going to do entertainment pocket. Yep, full, good. I don't care about that. All right, last one. Yeah, you're thinking the view model state should hold the error state, so that's fine. Yeah, the view model state should hold the error state while and also let like if the thing is empty or not, I'm guessing. Yep, unit testable if it's in the view model, which is always great, which is why I was also leaning towards the view model instead of the view itself. Yeah. Name for the pocket type is money with wings, savings. Refactor time on ugh, that's not fun. But at least you caught it now before it became like 10 screens. Because like if it once it became like more than that, I'd be like, oh, do I really need to refactor it? Okay, I guess so. Sometimes it gets the feature out faster, to be honest. Like, I get it. All right, so this is gonna create the budget. 5. Emergency SOS. I like that. That's fun. Vacation. Nice. It does the pocket defs with the pockets. All right. And then we need to also call this. Right. Savings pocket. Why is it overwriting? Oh, it's not overwriting. It's just moving it down. Great. That should be all I need. Okay, again, repetitive tests like that would have taken me forever, especially because I like to talk about it. But this should be it. Great. I need to write a test for this now. Woo. You did it because it's Android and the validation texts are strings, so you need Android context to pull them, and view models shouldn't really have context at all. Hard-coded validation or lots of error codes for the UI to consume. Ah, yes. Yep. That's, yeah. You try to go the shortcut, and then there's always a reason why you shouldn't. All right. Alright, so I did all of that work, but I haven't written any unit tests. I feel like the unit tests are probably necessary, right? Ugh, okay. I am glad that iOS does something much better. I have not touched Android ever. I feel like I'd rather go to web development than touch Android right now at this point. Not because I don't want to, but I just haven't had a reason to. So let's call it budget service. Budget. Yeah. I actually attempted and looked into it at a moment a long time ago. Probably around the time SwiftUI was first released, and then I just kind of left it alone. Budget. Oh, did I already name it? No, I haven't. Alright, so we need to import testing. Nope. Test suite. Budget service tests. Isn't it test suite? What's it called? Where's... Oh, at suite. My bad. Alright, so first things first, I don't actually want to test the create budget thing because the create budget actually depends on smaller function. Let's work with the, where to go? So first I need to write an extension on budget repository, maybe? Hold on. Actually, a new budget, I think, because that's what I use to take in. I guess I really just need a budget ID and a currency model, currency type. Okay. Have I ever seen the trailer for Material 3 Expressive UI released today? Oh, have I seen that trailer? Yes. No, I haven't seen the trailer. I saw it was released. Not because I haven't seen it. Not because I saw it was released. I just haven't been in a place to watch it. Yeah, I just haven't been in a place to watch it, honestly. I saw it momentarily, but I didn't watch it or anything. Let's see. We'll watch it together. I think, if it decides to load. Is it not going to load? I mean, that's kind of cool. I kind of like it. Like the design. Like, where'd it go? Seen some of these concepts in iOS, like the floating bottom bar. A lot of these like, hold on. A lot of these like separate toolbars I've seen also like go around as well. Oh, where is it? Like, oh. Yeah, I mean, these are very... You're pretty excited to get rid of the top bars. Fair. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of these are just taking influence from a lot of apps that are around, like the big players, I guess. Lots of different typography options now. No, go back, please. Yeah, the huge buttons are cool. They remind me of like, I mean, this whole thing right here reminds me of like the control center, right? Where you have all the different button sizes that you can put in there. Why? Components? There we go. Button groups. I mean, it looks very colorful, which is always what I'm reminded of whenever I touch anything material. New color mappings, boxier styles with the smaller corners. So getting rid of like rounds and going into more squircle shapes. Interesting. I love the concept of a fab, though. It has been great. I like that concept. I don't know how I feel about it being so squircle now, though. But maybe it just needs to be smaller, and that would be okay. For me, I like the circles better. You do use the fab in iOS. You love that thing. I do too. Like, it's nice. Like, is it Ivory, I think? Mastodon client. They have a nice one, like with the little to post. Oh, they also, you can also do it as not a fab. I have mine as a fab though. I mean, I have mine set as a fab. The little trumpet icon there. I like it. There we go, like that. Yeah, the small little plus up in the top right of iOS apps. It's annoying. It's consistent though, so it's like a weird, like, Apple pushes it, so do you follow it or do you make it easier? And a completely separate thing that I'm working on, like, I'm playing with the idea of having a fab, but also maybe instead of the little button on the right, the bottom right, you can also just pull down and it would add a new as well. So it's like a small list of, like, I'm trying to play with like some design stuff, right? So to me, a very simple app to do this with would be like a note app. You add a note, so you can like pull down. It would just bring up the new composer, rather than like the little plus button. So you could either use the plus button like the fab, because I think it is also ridiculous to tap at the top right of the screen in that case. Or you can pull down and it would just be ready for you. Maybe you pull up, but then that feels weird whenever you have like to deal with scrolling also, but yeah. So more gesture-based stuff is also really fun in my mind. Segmented buttons. I'm just going through the different components now. Ooh, the split buttons are cool. I like that Material actually gives you like components like this to or at least I don't know if like Jetpack does, but like I'm guessing it does. It says it's available. Yeah. Like I like that this kind of stuff is just automatically available, and like with SwiftUI you have to like build it yourself basically. I'm also using that note project as like an idea to figure out like a vibe coding, figure out vibe coding and how that works necessarily. And it's been frustrating, but just different ways that I can try to use AI like tools quite as well. Yeah. Not even just do you have to build your own components for like SwiftUI components for the what is it? To get like what should be like built-in like behavior from Apple, you also need to build that like not only are you trying to do it to meet the design, but you also have to do it for like what's built-in behavior, which is wild sometimes. Ooh, these carousels are fun. That's fair. Wrap and change the styling a little bit. Yeah. These are fun. Maybe this is what I need to get me into Android, is a fun little UI package. All right. Back to tests, unfortunately. So let's do test func. What are we gonna test? First, we need to. Sure. This is testing the budget. I don't need to test like creating a budget. Where is that implementation? Here. So really I just need import foundation. The argument. I mean, that sounds like not terribly hard to get used to, like with the function arguments, due to like how React and like web stuff works. You know, like the MUI stuff. docs. Give me a component. So like I see examples? Where? Okay, yeah. So like you can't see my screen. There we go. So like you have the like button groups and you have the variant contain, then you add in the stuff here. Like this isn't very good. Size, small, color, secondary, large, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, and the function, I mean, I imagine that the function arguments also make it easier to like it when you do forget. Because yeah, that is also very hard with Swift. With SwiftUI is all the dot modifiers. There's one that I learned about recently that was a really cool, I don't remember it now. And that's like the hard part is you have to kind of know what they all are or like keep up to date with, to just like Google like what do I do with XYZ? The one that blew my mind was the frame. So there's like, you know how when you're inside a VStack, hold on. Let's see. Hold on, I can do this. We'll just go, yeah, that's fine. Let's see if it's gonna load. It should load. Nothing too intensive is going on my computer, right? Not like an AI code generator and all that jazz. I'll come back to it. Anyway, so when this decides to load, what we'll notice is that it's going to be in the center, right? Like the one that blew my mind. I thought it was loading. Was that you could do max width dot infinity alignment dot center. I mean dot leading. All right, come on, let's go. It's not like I never do Xcode. I never do like actual app development on this computer. Like, come on. Anyway, I don't think it's gonna load, but yeah. Yeah, the dot infinity, you got to be careful also based on like your iOS versions too. So like if you are on the like iOS 17, like if I put a dot infinity with max width on like inside of text on a scroll view, it broke outside of the scroll view bounds. But whenever I put it in iOS 18, it was totally fine. Don't know why, but Apple messed that up. Is it really not going to like load ever? Yeah, so that if you haven't tested iOS 17 in a while, like that might be worth testing. I found out. I forgot when I found that out at like work. I was working on something weird. It might have been like a weird like layering thing though that I had going on with like Z stacks and stuff at the same time. All right, well this isn't gonna load. This brings me no joy for my whenever I decide to get into iOS app development again on screen. I need to figure out how to get a new computer, I think, at that point. All right. Yes. iPhone 10 is locked to 16 and iPhone 12 Pro is on the latest. Nice. That's kind of hard sometimes with that stuff because I do the same with the I don't have an older device, so that's also an issue I'm running into, but yeah. Dot kerning. Oh, for like font stuff. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, we had a one of the developers at work was really good at finding all that stuff. Letter spacing, yeah. Is it insert? No, it's expect. Equals. How many am I counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that should be all I need, and that should do it. I think that should do it. Let's see if that gets these tests correct. Building and running tests. Wrong. Why? It is savings. No, that's wrong. Wait. So the first one should be waiting to assign. The next one is housing pocket type. Then we have food, transportation, entertainment, and savings. Oh, it's okay. Money with wings. It's the emojis. They're messing me up. And then what did entertainment? Entertainment was popcorn, I think. Yes. Let's try again. Damn, emoji is gonna mess me up every time, aren't they? All right, great. The test has passed. Sweet. So this just tests the create default. So pocket type definitions. So here we're gonna do this basically the same thing, right? Nope. I want the exact same thing from up here. Okay, so this made the pocket types. So let's do with the pocket types, we need to get all the definitions from the pocket types. Should I just like this is where it would be easier if I had like names for everything like laid out in like a separate file, because then I could just compare against the file. That's annoying. Let all definitions equal pocket types dot flat map pockets. Right, that's gonna return just a array containing. Hold on. Sorry, there's a weird noise outside, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. So I was like, what is that? We have one. Okay, so it just combines everything. I don't think that's what I want, actually. I think I just want a map. I don't want to flat map anything. Oh, maybe I do want a flat map. JK.flatMap pockets. Okay, it knows that I want more than I do. Great. How many do you think I have total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's make sure this is right first. Cool. All right, so now we need to go and make sure all the names are right, So, equals. When I change this name, it's gonna be a but. So this will just confirm that this name exists. There's gotta be something where I could like give an array of name. So like I can say like, hey, let definition names equals amount to assign. Because I don't actually really care. Like I can just go through and just be like, hey, does all definitions contain amount to assign? Does it contain whatever? All the different names. Let's see. Sweet. Here they are. Great. I love it. Can you make these definition names into an array that I can copy? Dining. Is that right? I don't actually know if dining out is correct. What was that? Budget service type. Find. Yes, it is. Okay, great. I'm going to assume these are right. All right. For index, no. For name and definition names. Just gonna make sure it doesn't equal nil. I think that's all I need because I don't actually care about checking the order. Let's see how this works. Again, sometimes I know I complained. It all worked. Great. I know I complained that AI like really is annoying sometimes, especially with the autocomplete stuff because it gets in my way. I think that's just me not knowing like the shortcuts because like, but stuff like this, like, hey, grabbing all the definition names that are defined in these functions in the here and make them into an array worked super well for me. And we got something that passed. So that's great. Let's go ahead and commit this. Oh, I guess we haven't finished writing tests. So let's do that. But first, chore here. Great. I mainly run that so that I can run my function that formats everything. I mean, my get hook, because it stresses me out when things don't align. All right, great. Test create budget. I don't know what you're trying to do, so that's fine. Nope. You have the new budget with a name. What am I missing here? Oh, I need a user ID. Sure. Let user ID equals UIT. Okay, and then what is a budget? What comes out of a budget? What can I check? It doesn't really matter. Expect budget dot name equals test budget as USD. Just making sure this is here. Nope. Oh yeah, current period. This doesn't actually make sense. That should be okay. But do we? Where's current budget service? Where is it even? Okay, so we have the budget period. Oh, create budget. Create budget period. Let's go into a budget memory repository, I think. Yeah. And there should be a create budget period. So not actually the last day of the month. Do I not? I thought I had this as a... date. I do. Equals date dot now dot last day of month. Let first day of month. And I actually have tests for these already to get these, so that I know that these work to get me the first and last day of the month. And then, so we can say the start equals first day of the month equals last day of the month. But it actually looks like these aren't using them, so start date equals date dot first day of the month, last day of the month. And there should be a... yeah, that looks right. And then where did that comes from? Budget service here. We have create budget, new budget with the current date, which defaults to .now. Oh, so we could actually specify a specific date if we wanted to, but I think this should work fine. But just to make sure, we're just going to use .now. Alright, so that passed. What else is included in budget? So then we can also do and let's just test it one more time. And then I think this is what we're going to call it for tonight, because I've been going for a lot longer than I normally do. And I need to go to sleep as well. And it works. Sweet. So we can create a budget. it creates the dismiss this. I don't need an add. We create a budget. It dismisses. It creates a some default periods. A default period, which is this month, the month that you create the budget in. It creates a default set of pocket types and pockets. So I think that's a really great place to stop. Add that. Let's generate some commits. Great. Commit. Push. All right. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I think we can say that these are working on it. We're gonna work on the yeah, thanks Mono for dropping in. I appreciate it. Thanks. We're gonna probably continue this for the next stream if I don't do a lot. I plan on being here Sunday at 8, around the same time I started today. Sunday around 8 p.m. Pacific time. Make that work for whatever time zone you're in. The same time zone as like California, basically. Cool. Thanks y'all for sticking around. I think we made a lot of progress. I know I talked a lot, but it was fun. I enjoy it. So feel free to hop by the stream and chat with me, and you know, maybe we'll get some work done together. All right. I will see y'all next time. Bye.